Right, today I want to talk to you about a serious behavioural issue that I have come across a number of times. And it's not common, but I have seen at least 3 dogs that I've had to go out to that have had this problem, these 3. So it's obsessive compulsive disorder in dogs, light, leaf and shadow chasing. Now, one dog had all of those, but it could be just 1 or 2 or all 3, or any one of combination of the 3. And it's particularly a problem in this day and age because so much of our kitchen has got stainless steel and really pretty lights. And as the sun comes through the windows and bounces off all of these shiny things that we've got hanging up and lights that are coming down, you know, really pretty, that sort of bounces off everywhere. And the dogs, once the dogs start chasing light, it is really difficult to stop. You need to catch it really early. And in one particular dog I went out to, it had all 3 of these, and it could have been triggered by a child playing with a laser light. It may have done it anyway, but that seemed to be the trigger. So I would strongly suggest that nobody plays with their dog using a laser light, because they chase it, they get it to chase around. And I really would strongly suggest that, because it can be a trigger in my experience. Now, I went out to a seminar, and it was one of the top behaviourists in the country who's taking this seminar, really lovely lady. And she showed us a video of a dog. I'm pretty sure it was another gun dog, Springer. And it had been leaping up and biting hard ceramic tiles, landing down with its face down. And it had knocked all of its teeth out at the front where it was biting, and they couldn't work out what it was, or what had caused it. And it was this OCD, biting shadows and things like the shadows. Do you know, biting, I mean, almost impossible to stop, because, you know, you've got shadows and lights and everywhere in our houses now. So try and prevent it. And so, you know, if you see any kind of OCD behaviour, really get some serious behavioural advice. Speak to your vet, speak to a really good behaviourist in your area to try and really knock it on the head early before it becomes a problem. Now, another OCD problem is spinning. Now, I'm not talking about what bull terriers do. We call it whizzing or tornadoes, and they just spin around 100 miles an hour and stop, and then back around 100 miles an hour and stop. It's a great game for bull terriers, and loads of bull terriers do it. My Blitz did it all the time, and you'd all have to lift your legs out the way because she'd crash into you. But hers wasn't obsessive. I've got it on video, but I won't put it up, you know, because I don't want people to think it's funny, but it was funny, I have to say, because everyone's lifting up their legs out of the way, because she would really bruise you. But it was like thunder going around. But, you know, it wasn't obsessive. It was a behaviour thing, because she knew it made us laugh. And bull terriers are comedians of the canine world. And once they realise that something makes you laugh, then they will do it time and time again. So that is a totally different behaviour to spinning as an obsession with spinning. And you will get it in certain breeds. German Shepherds is one. I have seen it in 2 bull terriers. So you have to be very careful that this game that they play doesn't become an obsession. In the 2 cases that I have seen it with bull terriers, it has been because there has been a problem, how can I put it, a problem in the home. And one was, it was quite sad, very sad actually. I don't know, I'm trying to think of how I can say it without giving too much away about it. But there was a big thing going on in the house, and the husband was very ill, and the dog had started spinning. It was a bull terrier, it started spinning, and the wife called me out, and she didn't know. The husband had kept it quiet and hadn't told her what was wrong with him, and the dog just started spinning and spinning and spinning, and you had to put a lead on it to get it to eat or drink, and he was getting thinner and thinner and thinner. And I tried to work with him, but it was really almost impossible to try and get him to stop and concentrate and everything else. And the man died, and the dog stopped spinning. So he may have carried on a bit, but generally he stopped spinning. So I just want to tell you, you know, that if your dog does start spinning, try and interrupt it. Try not to let it become a habit, you know, that it's where it becomes a real problem. So anyway, that's that video. Let's get that one out of the way, because that's not a happy video. And I'll speak to you in the next video. Bye.